Mimi nataka nikuambie Gachagua, hata kama ni kurig, tutarig na tutalinda hiyo kura ya Ruto. Wacha tukuambie mapema, kama ni vita mwanzie saa hii, msingoje huko. Unaona, kwa sababu sisi pia supporters wa Raila Odinga na William Ruto tutajipanga. Tunawangoja zaidi vile, wacha vile unaongea kama umejificha kubina, so hata so umeogopa kuenda miale unafanyiwa kwa nyumba, kwa sababu unajua tunaweza kuteka hapo kwa njia. Mimi nataka nikuambie Gachagua, na naambia watu wa Mount Kenya ya kwamba 2027 sisi ndio tumejipanga zaidi. Na hiyo vitu Gachagua anajaribu kutishia nayo watu ya kwamba 2027 Kenya itakuwa. Kwani nani anataka Kenya ikuwe Kenya? Nani anakuadanganya kwamba Kenya anataka ikuwe Kenya? My friend. Usisahau ya kwamba wewe ukiongea lazima ukumbuke ya kwamba nyinyi mko mpaka Mpeketoni. Usisahau ya kwamba nyinyi mko mpaka Busia. Usisahau ya kwamba nyinyi mpaka huko Lokichogio. Usisahau ya kwamba nyinyi mko mpaka Baringo ndani. Usisahau ya kwamba nyinyi mko mpaka Vanga, ile boda ya Kenya na Tanzania. Unaona? Na msisahau ya kwamba
less than 3 days ago, Calvin's Akoth, aka Gaucho, was caught on camera saying they will fight and kill people from a certain community in the coming general election. He went further and said they will rig President William Samoei Ruto back to office. And those words were echoing exactly what Oscar Sudi, to whom from where I sit has been President Ruto's mouthpiece for the longest time possible. And 2 days ago, less than 48 hours, when launching the Mukuru housing project, President William Samoei Ruto introduced Calvin Gaucho as the youth president and gave him a platform to echo his dangerous rhetoric. And that, from where I sit, gave a contrary precedence of who and why President William Samoei Ruto interacts with the people of questionable integrity like Calvin's Akoth. How I wish that the president, being a symbol of national unity, should ostensibly shun away and refrain from giving people like Gaucho a platform to echo their rhetoric, of which is more of inciting and hateful to Kenyans. In fact, when I see President William Samoei Ruto giving a platform to Calvin Akoth, then automatically I question his integrity too, simply because what I know is that they could be using Calvin Akoth as their mouthpiece to echo what they, the status quo, cannot echo before Kenyans. How I wish that President William Samoei Ruto should just refrain from interacting and socializing and giving platform people like Calvin Akoth. However, Gaucho should be reminded that as of the time of this broadcast, with the harsh economic times under President William Samoei Ruto, millions of Kenyans are completely tired with his regime. And by him echoing these insightful statements, I kid you not, it cultivates Kenyans' anger, and that is to mean that Gaucho should be very careful with what he warns Kenyans, he utters before Kenyans, simply because these incitement sentiments are likely to ignite chaos, of which he is likely to first face the repercussions before even the political elites. However, one thing that I am sure of is that Kenyans currently are not going to fight each other, but rather they are going to unite against the political class. And when push comes to shove, I kid you not, Gaucho is likely to be left alone and run for his dear life, of which it may be very much difficult for him to escape all these consequences of his reckless utterances. Because I strongly believe Kenya is a very peaceful country, and there is no way that people are likely to be divided based on their ethnic and tribal card just for them to burn down the country because of politicians. How I wish that Kelvin Zakoth should be very much careful with what he utters to the public, simply because when push comes to shove, he may not like the consequences of his utterances. But that forces me back the question, why wouldn't the relevant authorities bring Gaucho to account? Why will they allow insightful statements to be uttered, and yet there are some people to whom they are mandated to curb any inciting words? Or will he be free currently just because he is whining and dining with the oppressor? But even if he enjoys that, he should be reminded that a time is coming when he will have to pay for his sin, and the same politicians who are currently using him are likely not to come for his defense. So, my fellow Kenyan, we should be very, very careful with what we utter. And as I come to the penultimate part of this episode, that has just been my opinion. If by any chance you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well just feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I'll give them a right of reply. And by any chance, if you have been watching my videos and you have not subscribed, you can as well just consider hitting on the subscribe button. Thank you, and may God bless you.